Hey everyone, today we're going to break down exactly how to build a custom configuration file for the HTTP Custom app. If you've ever wanted to peek under the hood and really take control of your connection, well, you are in the perfect place.
So let's jump right in. We're going to tackle this in 5 main steps. Think of it like a recipe, right? First, we'll prep the app, our kitchen. Then we'll gather our 2 main ingredients, server details and a network payload. After that, we'll mix it all together and, see if our creation actually works. But hold on, before we get our hands dirty with the how-to, let's take a quick second to talk about the what. What in the world is a custom config file, and why is it such a game changer for an app like this? You can think of it like a secret key or a super specific recipe. It gives the app the exact instructions it needs, the server address, your login info, the right port, to unlock a very particular path to the internet. And today, we are building that key completely from scratch. All right, first things first, we need a clean workspace. Let's get the HTTP Custom app all prepped and ready for our brand new settings. So, once you've got the app open, the very first thing you're going to do is tap those 3 little dots in the corner and hit clear/reset config. This is super important, it basically gives us a totally clean slate. So no old leftover settings can mess with what we're about to do. Okay, our app is squeaky clean. Now it's time to go on our first little treasure hunt. We need to grab our server account credentials. For this part, we're going to pop over to a website called SSH Ocean. We're going there to get a free SSH account, which stands for Secure Shell. This is basically going to be our secure doorway to the internet for the connection we're building. Okay, once you're on the website, you're going to click the menu, head over to Services, and then look for WebSocket SSH. That's the specific kind we need. From there, just pick a server location, we'll use Canada in this example, and that'll take you right to the page where you can create your account. Okay, and here's a huge pro tip. Seriously, this will save you a headache. Before you do anything else, look for a number that says remaining accounts. If that number is 0, it means the server's full. No big deal, just go back and pick a different country. Awesome. Once you know there's a spot for you, the rest is super easy. Just pop in a username and password you want, do the little security check, and smash that Create Now button. And boom, the site will spit out your account details. Now pay attention here, this is crucial. You need to copy 3 things: the host name, your username, and your password. Grab them, save them somewhere safe. We're going to need them in just a minute. All right, ingredient set number 1 is in the bag. Now we need our second set of ingredients, the network payload. This is a special piece of info that's tailored to your mobile network provider. For this, we're heading to a host generator site. It's built to give us 2 things: a payload, which is a little piece of code that kind of introduces our connection to your mobile provider, making sure they get along, and the right proxy info to get our traffic where it needs to go. And using this site is a piece of cake. Seriously, just find your country in the drop-down list, click it, and hit generate. What you'll see is a big list for different internet providers. Just scroll down, find your provider, and then you're going to copy 2 things: that whole line of code they call the payload, and one of the proxy IPs right next to it. Okay, deep breath. This is the fun part, where we put all the pieces of our puzzle together. We've got our server info, we've got our network info. It's time to head back to the HTTP Custom app and build this thing. So, back in the app, the absolute first thing you're going to do is find that little checkbox that says Use Payload. Check it. That'll turn on the payload field. Then, just tap right on that field to open up the editor. Now, this is probably the most important edit you're going to make. First, just paste that payload you copied earlier. You'll see it has some generic stuff in there, a placeholder host. You have to get rid of that placeholder and replace it with the actual host name you copied from SSH Ocean. This is what tells the connection where it's actually going. Next up, we have to build our main connection string. It's like a little formula. You'll take the proxy IP, add a colon and a port like 8080, then the @ symbol, then your username, another colon, and finally your password. All in one single line, just like you see here. And listen up, because this is another one of those super important details. That long string you just made, it has to go in 2 different spots. First, paste it into the SSH field right there on the payload screen and click Apply. Then, you go back to the app's main screen and paste the exact same string into the main SSH field there too. Okay, everything is in place. The payload is set, the credentials are in. There's only one thing left to do.
Okay, everything is in place. The payload is set, the credentials are in. There's only one thing left to do. Let's see if it works. This is it, the moment of truth. Just hit that big connect button. And if you're curious, you can tap the log tab at the bottom to see what's happening behind the scenes. And if you did everything right, you'll see a bunch of text fly by, and then that beautiful word, connected. And that's it. You've just successfully built your very own custom config file from scratch. How cool is that? So this whole process gives you some serious control over your connection, right? Which gets you thinking, now that you know how to build your own, how could you package this up and securely share it with someone else? Just something to think about. Thanks for watching.